Hey CastHeads, welcome to a very interesting show of, I can't say cars and caffeine because today we're not looking at a car, but we are looking at a die-cast model, and we're looking at something fairly superlative in the world of cinema. Now, the thing is, there is a very close connection between cinema and car collecting. We all know that cinema plays a large part of pop culture in collecting cars. And sometimes you want to divert away from that and check out some of the other bits that are associated with such pop culture. Now, in this case, we are talking about something that is extremely cool. It's a robot. And it's not Wall-E. No, it is not. It is actually a robot that was sent from the future to take out somebody, and then it got taken out itself, and then it sent another thing from the future, and the story keeps going back and forth. This guy keeps going back and forth from the future, killing people, and I'm sure you can guess right about now who we are talking about. If you can't, I'd love to do the theme song, but there are, what can I say? Licensing issues. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what myself and Full Size Avenue we are doing. We are putting together an AGORA model, and it is a Terminator T800. Now, CastHeads got this model some time ago, and me being who I am, you guys know who I am, the breaker of side mirrors, the destroyer of windows, and the breaker of cars. Well, obviously this was not a job left up to me. We had to get in a professional, and that's where Full Size Avenue came in. And finally, the Terminator build is on. And what's cool is we are going to be showing you bit by bit, not just in video, but also in the magazine, how the build is going. So everybody tuned in, thank you so much for joining us. This is the AGORA build of the Terminator T800 with CastHeads and Full Size Avenue. Thank you so much. So, tell us, what has it been like building one of the most iconic pieces of cinema?
Awesome, basically, in one word. It's amazing. It's obviously been well designed, intricate as well.
You've been telling me about that. Now, when you say intricate, what is the smallest piece that you've encountered so far?
So far, a little peg that's been about 1.5 millimeters long. That was pretty tricky. Yeah.
And what have you been using to help you put these things together?
Okay, so
I mean, basic tools. Like if someone were to do this, and I know the reason why I haven't started doing something like this is because there is a certain amount of tools that you will need, and also a bit of innovation also with the sort of tools. Like you said, you've got a magnetic mat.
Yeah.
So,
there's a few little helpful bits that I found. Yeah, a little magnetic mat, like a cutting mat, but it's magnetic. So any screws and things will stay there.
You also say you use some watch repair
bought
kits as well.
Watch repair kit because you've got the tools there. Really fine screwdrivers. Yeah, you need a good set and long shafts as well to them, so that you can get inside some of the bits that they're having to do inside the arms and bits like that. Yeah.
So we're talking some of these bits and pieces are all hydraulic, spring based.
Yeah, I mean, there's an example of some of the packs that they send out. So these would have been sent out. together with the instructions, which I have to say that they really are complex on that. They're well designed and easy to follow. It's then a case of following instructions through, going through, and so you get a selection of parts. It started off with the right hand, working onto the arm, and then parts of the head as well.
This looks like a bit of a servo.
Yeah, I think that's part of his. That's part of his shoulder. I think that's going to be.
And all these parts are die-cast metal. Have you encountered it?
Okay, so there's some plastic and resin bits within it.
Right.
Some of the mechanisms are plastic. Some of the chrome bits are actually chromed plastic on it because it works better and it's easier to attach. But a main bit of the structure I've had so far, and I thought I'd bring the head along to see. This is how we've got so far. So we started off with taking the eyes and fitting them.
Right.
They work, light up, and when it's finished they'll also move side to side. The jaw will open. So this is up to about stage 23. I've got also, I didn't bring it along for the shoot, but I've got a right hand and a right forearm at the moment as well. So you're building two bits as you go along, and then I'm guessing, just looking at instructions, shoulders the next bit. So I guess I'm going to build the rest of the arm.
Don't forget, the hand is a very important part of the Terminator, because the Terminator, as we've said before, likes long walks on sunset beaches, hand in hand.
So, swiftly moving on. So basically the reason I brought this along today is the next stage is actually simply fitting the actual final bit of the front faceplate on. So it'll cover all the main mechanism there. So should we do that now?
Yeah, let's show the fans.
So that literally.
That is so cool.
And now it actually has a bit more of a.
I don't know what to say. For me, this is probably one of the most coolest things I've ever seen. I can't wait to see it put together.
People might be wondering, there's wires out the back. They'll be connected within. Looks like there's another motor, but at the moment I've got one, so that the jaw will open, the eyes will move, but it's articulated as well, so it won't be a static model. It's just fantastic.
So just to list this down, it's articulated, which means you'd be able to position your Terminator in whatever position you'd like. It's got moving motors and servos, so it's got a moving head. It's got eyes that light up, and the eye themselves, I think the eyeballs move themselves.
I believe they move left and right.
Yeah.
There's motors that I fitted into them.
Right? So you've got all of these things happening, plus at the end of the build you will see that there's a fantastic, beautiful display again with the display lights that come with it. All of this comes in this one package. Look at that. Don't we look good together? This is a family shot. I feel like this is one of our children growing up. How have you been?
It's going to stand 3 foot tall when it's finished.
Yeah. Don't we have in the poster? Let's
posters inside.
Yeah, we've got a massive poster that goes. I was going to pull it up in front of the balcony and listen.
There's not enough room.
Yeah, it is going to be 3 feet in height. So this is a 1:2 scale. Although it does make me wonder though it's a 1:2 scale, I mean, really, is it?
He's got a thin skull, is what I can think. But the forearm is half my arm size.
Okay, so it's probably a thin skull, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Terminators have very small chips for their heads. You never realize it in the movie. I'm going to watch the movies again to see how small the head is compared to the body. Because now when I think about it, if you look at the pictures as well, it does kind of seem like the heads are kind of small on the Terminator bodies. So
the teeth I had to do separately. So the teeth.
Great dental work.
The teeth are put in. Great
dental work. I think that is NHS level. That's beautiful. I'm gonna brush it every evening. So there you go. That is basically where we've gotten up to. So out of all the boxes. You get 12 boxes in total.
12 boxes.
And right now we've come up to box number 4.
I'm just going to finish off box 3. I bought this to show what I'm going to be doing next.
Right, so this is basically how far you get, plus there's a hand as well. So you get a hand and a head in the first 3 boxes. So that is kind of impressive. And how long has it taken you so far to put this together?
I haven't been doing it continuous. On and off, just a couple of weeks, doing it leisurely.
That's the thing, because I don't think many people are going to be doing it, at one stretch, because it does take a lot of time.
I think
effort.
That's the idea, and that's why they released it as a monthly.
Exactly. That's the other thing. You get the boxes in bits and pieces when you subscribe from Agora, which helps kind of distribute the cost and also distributes the effort in which you put to buying it, putting it together. Actually,
it's exciting as well, because you built that and you're waiting for the next bit to arrive. So it's
Well, I don't know. Some people like me though, who are super impatient, I'd probably build it and then spend the next 28 days at the window looking out for the postman.
That's true. I have been pacing.
but it's good to know that it doesn't take that long. And see, the thing is, it is doable. It's not like, a lot of people would look at something like this and go, I can't do this and all. But, it's just a matter of sitting down, having the right tools.
It's a little bit daunting if you've not done any model making before. I'd say start with something a bit easier. But, if you're happy building smaller kits and stuff, a lot of it's still the same process. And little bits of gluing and bits like that. There's just more screwing of parts together in this one.
I think what's really good is there's no painting in this.
No.
I think that's what gets a lot of people when it comes to models. It's the actual painting and the paint process. Whereas this is basically, you've seen the Terminator. It's all silver. And on that note, it's time for us to say goodbye, because Full Size Avenue here has to go and build more of this, and I have a lot of cars to show you guys, so I'm going to get that prepped up. Till next time, please follow us on this build. Till next time, terminating.